lovely Aquarius, welcome to your June 2019 reading. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Kind of felt like your turn. Thank you, Aquarius, for all the views, because you are probably my highest viewing channel, actually. Highest viewing channel, highest viewing sign. And also you book the most readings, you do the most commenting, you send me crazy emails, and you're all completely interesting and eccentric, and I like it. I have Venus in Aquarius, okay? So I kind of somehow get you a bit. Not that anyone can get you completely, which is the whole point. Aquarius is chuckle all over the land. They'll never get us. Okay, Aquarius, I feel like, and I was just about to say before I even pulled that card, that the Scorpio full moon is a bit of a, I want to say clean slate, but I also want to say dirty slate. It's a bit of a clean and dirty slate for you. Whatever that means. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Wow. Bop is what I can say to that. Bop. See if I can get that into your title. Oh my God. Okay. Do you remember whenever it was, I think it was mid-May, we were talking about it's going to take some time, but don't discount the miracles. This is nice. This is good ski. Oh. Let me put that there. I want to take one more. Alrighty. The first card that popped out, my lovely Aquarians, was this. Moon, okay, big. I love this card. This is Morgan Greer Tarot. It's an old school 1970s, which smells like the 70s, called my Smells Like the 70s Tarot. And I think it's one of the best moon cards that you can get from any deck. Partly because I don't know what kind of, print they've used for this, or paint, or whatever it is, but it really does look like it looks like when you see a full moon when you're out. And you just go, whoa, boom, full moon. Okay, we had a full moon in Scorpio. It was pretty big for you by the looks of it. It seems to have stirred the pot, which is what full moons do. It feels to me, and the image that I'm getting, Aquarius, is of, what do they call that with water? When something kind of whoomps out of water, and then there's the after effect and the ripples that go on, the sort of concentric ripples. It feels like that. It feels like that happened. The moon rises, and of course it's a tide puller, the moon, isn't it? She says, it's a tide puller. It feels like the invisible forces that pull the tides, okay? And if this is a tide of, and it is a relationship, so if you're not looking for love, maybe this is not for you, but if you're thinking of the pull, it's a magnetic, God, my words won't even come out properly. This is a big reading. Okay, I don't understand the tidal thing very much, but it's to do with magnetic pull, I think. Okay, lots of you will understand it because you're Aquarians. So you're inventors, scientists, brainiacs, okay? The moon governs the pull and the magnetic force of the tides. Okay, I'm a Pisces. It's the best I can do. I'm sorry, okay? My Venus in Aquarius doesn't stretch that far. And I'm seeing something to do with a relationship in the same way as I'm seeing the tides and I'm seeing the moon, okay? So, of course, it's to do with magnetism. but it's also to do with flux, Aquarius. As you will know, it's not an exact science, the moon. You have tide tables, but you can't set your watch by it completely, okay? You can't say it will be this millimetre, it will be this force, it will be exactly this second, because water's a bit of a skedaddle like that. It kind of slips out of your fingers. But you can't deny the force of it, and you can't deny the push and pull of it. Something to do with a situation, to do with a relationship, and you, and I apologise, I'm very verbose this morning, is really taking place. And sometimes, because look, I've got the Two of Cups over here in reverse. So for some of you, you're not even with this person. You're not even with them. But we also have the Two of Wands in the upright. And underneath it as well, the Seven, I knew that card was going to come up. The Seven of Wands in reverse. Oh my God, God, God. Aquarius, I will be doing an extended reading and the link will be in the description box. And it will be quite interesting because look, God, I can hardly keep up with it. Okay, look. Now this came up for Virgo, so if you've got any Virgo in your chart or if you are dealing with a Virgo, take a look at the mid-May reading for Virgo. Emperor and the Empress are present in the reading. And I knew that. The Empress came out first, so I knew that Emperor was going to pop up. I was kind of waiting for that. The masculine, the feminine. Doesn't matter who's the masculine, who's the feminine. It's about the forces. We're talking Emperor, Empress, and Moon, okay? Think of those three things together. It's very powerful. It's major arcana, okay? Big style major arcana. Big style. But also think about the Emperor and the Empress, okay? Of course, the Moon rules the Empress because the Empress is fertility, cycles, femininity, Venus. But, you know, it also rules the Emperor. We're not going to go down that whole, you know, cycle of all that stuff, but moods, minds, events, tides, pulls. Between these two, there is this kind of thisness where they're that's it, they're orbiting each other. You and someone else are orbiting each other. And no, I don't understand how all that orbit stuff works either. But I know it's to do with pull and attraction. Okay. Wowzers. Now, just for a very few of you, and this is a little side thing, when I get Emperor and Empress, of course, I've got parents. So this could also be someone you co-parent with. It could be you are literally parents together, or it can be about your mum and dad as well, okay? Particularly if you are undergoing anything to do with love and relationships, it can also have echoes of your parents for both of you, for you and the other person. And sometimes when you get Emperor and Empress, the echoes are the kind of ancestry of your parents, the line of your parents, the love of your parents, the pattern of your parents, playing out as it does in relationship, in the field of relationships. Love brings up anything unlike itself to be healed, A Course in Miracles. Okay. What interests me greatly, Aquarius, it really does. This is quite a reading, I have to say, is that you also get the King and Queen of Swords. That's quite rare to get a court card, well, it's a marriage really, a pairship, whatever you want to call it, pairing, and also the Emperor and the Empress, okay? That's a big deal. It's a big old deal. And of course the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords representing the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're kind of dealing with your counterpart here in some way. Emperor, Empress, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Everybody's in the upright except the Two of Cups. Now that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Except the Two of Cups. Now you also have the Seven of Wands in reverse, which is the fighting card, the struggling card. That's either fighting with the other person or fighting with yourself. For some of you, you're definitely in separation from this person, because that Two of Cups is in reverse, yet at the same time, the King and Queen of Swords being here and the Emperor and the Empress being here is joined together. So you're separated and you're joined at the hip in some way. Then we get the Four of Wands. I know, you can see why I was a bit, whoa, this is a big reading. It's a bit like when you're a kid and you see some food that you really like and you think it would be a really good idea to put all of it in your mouth at once. And then you kind of... That's how I felt when I started this reading. All the words were in my mouth. Four of Wands. It is the twin flame card, 1111, if that's your thing, okay? And, I mean, I'm cautious sometimes about the twin flame thing because I don't want people, myself included, to ever put up with abusive behaviour from someone else under the guise of calling it a twin flame, okay? So I don't call it that unless I really see it, okay? And I see it. I can't not when I've got the Emperor, the Empress, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Wands, okay, and the Moon. I'm like, all right. So see how it fits your scenario for that. Any reading that I give for you, Aquarius, or any other sign, always presupposes that self-love is in the mix and that you are looking after yourself first and not allowing someone to in any way denigrate you, okay? You are probably in separation from this person. You are probably with the Two of Cups in reverse. I don't know. I don't get huge cards of being utterly distraught because we don't have any other cup cards. That's why it's so powerful. We have that Four of Wands is a real, it's got real warmth behind it. And yet at the same time, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which says it's not yet. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which says you may feel like fate is not with you or hasn't been with you as a couple. Because it hasn't. Okay, we also have the Hermit, again, which is Virgo. Now, the Hermit is also the card of choosing to be alone or choosing to take a solitary path which leads to some kind of enlightenment. You both may be doing that, okay, at the moment. But looky, see, the Magician. Now, all readers have their own thing. For me, the Magician is an Aquarius card. He's in the upright. He holds his wand aloft. The Magician is very powerful in a major arcana sense when we get it with the Empress, the Emperor and the Moon, because it means that you do somehow have the power, even if it's just through belief, but more in a sort of magic kind of a way, whether you're a manifestor or whether it's through positive thinking or whether it's just through your own quirky Aquarius, whatever it is you do, okay? You do have the power to somehow transform this or at least hang in there in a magical way, which I don't really understand, okay? We'll look into it in the extended reading because you have the Six of Wands. I told you it was good. I told you so. I told you last month. Okay. But I get that it's discombobulated. I get that it's that Two of Cups in reverse is a serious thing, okay? Not to be sniffed at. But come on, I mean, God. I'm not even sure how on earth this will work out, but it looks like it will, Aquarius, okay? You've had some quite gnarly readings in the last couple of years, I have to say. You had, during the year of your eclipses in 2018, your readings, they were hard to do. I mean, they were so difficult and visceral, and there was so much to overcome, and they went so deep and they upset so much. But this is equally as deep and visceral, but seems to be heading in so much more of a positive direction, okay? It's not giving me a roadmap at the moment. I'm going to dig into the Emperor, the Empress, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Cups in reverse in the extended, and see what it brings, okay? We don't control the cards, people. Let's have some Chuck Spezzano. Loads of you have asked me about these cards. Apparently no one can hear me say Chuck Spezzano because I know I'm a bit blah, blah, blah. These are Chuck Spezzano love cards. They're like love oracle cards, but they're quirkier because they include the whole gambit of love, including the jealousy, the insecurity, the elation, the floating on air. You know, it's not all just mushiness. It's the whole thing. That's why I like them. Yeah, look. Villain. Something's happened. Something happened, okay? Villain card means somebody's accused of something or they did something. And withdrawal. That's that Two of Cups in reverse. And the Hermit card. Hermit is positive withdrawal though. It might not have been positive in the beginning, but it certainly became positive later. And then the Luck card of tenderness. I like the look of this, Aquarius. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And when you subscribe, hit the wiggly bell so it goes ding-a-ling like that. That means you will get my pick a card readings, my daily readings, and my random I need to do a love reading readings. And the monthly readings for your sign. Also follow me on Instagram. I post really boring pictures, but somebody once said to me, your Instagram account is so wholesome. It is. Follow my wholesome Instagram account. I'm Gemstone Tarot on the gram. Okay, peace. Yeah. It's also, it's a dove carrying what even I know is an olive branch. Maybe an olive branch coming. I don't know if it's coming from you or them. You're the magician. Oh my God, Aquarius. Oh my God. Oh my actual God. Right, one moment. Gemstone Tarot consults her notebook. Yeah. I always write down which big ticket item card you got last time. I told you so. You got it again. That is rare. Goosebumps, Aquarius. Goosebumps. Wowzers. Okay. If you want the extended reading, it's on Vimeo and the link is in the description box. That's me. That's my mime. It will take you there. Dumph. Whoomp. You're on Vimeo watching the extended reading. Otherwise, I will see you next month. Do like and do share this happy video and do subscribe. Namaste.